everyone, welcome to my channel. Last time I broadcast a vlog was almost a year ago, I think, so it was time to produce a new video. Today I want to present you new finished paintings. I could recently finish the energy series, and I also could start a new series called pouring paintings. And all the paintings you see are recycled. What means? It's the second motive, sometimes also the third motive, but there is a video where I have shown you all the paintings that are already prepared for a new motive. Either they were covered with gesso and acrylic binder, or they were covered with acrylic paint, black acrylic paint mostly, or graphite paste. So these are the results. So far there are more, but the other paintings I will show you in another video. So today I have paintings from the pouring painting series and from the energy series. So this one here, for instance, is pouring painting number 1. By the way, all the paintings are for Itzy already, and all the painting processes for these paintings can be shown or can be watched in real time or as time lapses on my Patreon. And this one, pouring painting number 1, the size is 20 to 20 centimeters. For the pouring paintings, for the first 3 pouring paintings, I used pébéo acrylic paints that I usually use for glass paintings. Alright, so yes, this former motive were something with flowers, but I used a light modeling paste. That's why there are some structures here. What was really good for the flow of these pébéo paints, and that could create here some holes or these depths and some elevations I have here. Yes, and this is the first painting, pouring painting 1, and it's fixed in a floater frame. And all together is for Itzy. So this one. The second painting is this one, pouring painting number 2. The former motive was a seascape in oil paints, I think, yes. The canvas fabric is linen, and here the size is 20 centimeters to 30 centimeters, and I use this pébéo paints again, but also pébéo medium for pouring paintings, and also titanium white as acrylic paint, titanium white, that I mixtured with this pébéo medium. The result was that this mixture wasn't smooth anymore, like this pébéo is smooth or liquid, better to say, and the same with the acrylic paint. No, there were some, it feels like coarse-grained modeling paste. But this was also nice, so I have different textures here, all caused by this paint itself, not the oil paint before, because the former motive was smooth. So this all, so I also applied this pébéo medium to 100% complete, how it is, so clear. And there are also some textures caused by it. This coarse-grained acrylic paint medium mixture, then these pébéo paints itself, because they are also different. So I used pébéo paints, glass paints, okay, from the series Moon, series White Trail, and then Prism. So, and I think this black one here was from this White Trail series. They are very liquid. Then this Moon one are different, and this Prisma also caused textures itself, so when it's drying. So this one is pouring painting number 2, and the third one, pouring painting number 3. Size is 30 to 40 centimeters, and the former motive was an acrylic painting, and the motive was a fire. You can also still see this on the back side. It was a red and yellow. Yes, red and yellow painting. So vertical, and now it's horizontal. And this one already shows a landscape. It's a top view, I would say. It shows a desert landscape with a little bit green and so, and some rounded shapes formed by these pébéo paints again. And just pébéo paints, no pébéo medium or anything else. So, and what you can also see, so when I move it a little bit, the structures. Here, so I cover with this fire painting. It was fire, I think, yes, and it was acrylic paint, black acrylic paint, and this comes through here and also here, and yes, you can see this structures here, because this former motif, this acrylic paint, was really thick, and I still remember how I was modeling these structures with a sponge brush, I think, and I always moved in this direction, and here and there I have had these elevations, and and as I said, the black acrylic paint comes through here and there, but very interesting. It's a landscape. It's really a landscape. It's not just abstract. Yes, from these all three paintings, this one I like the most. And yes, all three are for sale on Etsy. Plus, on Patreon I have these real-time videos. I mean, altogether I already have more than 100 videos. And I think 170, around about 170 images. So when you're interested in support, please just check out my Patreon site and Etsy. So now I want to come to the energy series. The last video I have shown you the first painting, the second and the third painting. Anyway, in the video I will also show you the image now. And yes, so the number 4 I present later. I have it here, but I present it later. First of all, I want to present number 5 to number 12, because I had to do a big break, a long break for painting the number 4, energy number 4, because I struggled a lot, but later on I will explain this more. So this one is number 5. See these panels you can see here, and also number 2 and number 3 from the series are recycled paintings from the October 2020 challenge oil paintings, which motifs I didn't like anymore, so I covered them with acrylic binder, then gesso, and smooth the surface with sandpaper. So, and then I started with new motifs. This one here is an acrylic paint. Now, number 5, I applied some tissue paper. This gesso was the glue for this tissue paper, and then I went over with acrylic paint. Number 5, abstract landscape. And this one here, number 6, is mixed media already. This one is a coarse-grained paste I applied, and then the acrylic paint followed. Also, actually a seascape. No, it's green, I know, but I see a seascape, a stormy weather, some rocks, and then there's the water. So number 7, that's a desert, easy to see. So I see a desert and I see some mountains here and there. This one is more in the distance, and I like the color combination. It's again tissue paper. The gesso was glue for this tissue paper, and then acrylic paint. I went over with acrylic paint. I also used this dry brush technique at last to set some highlights on the elevations of the tissue paper. Yeah, so this is number 7. 5, 6, yeah. Number 8 is a seascape again. And the highlights here, also dry brush technique, was this one is golden highlights. Yes, so to me it's an island or a reef more. So it's like yes, a reef. I don't remember right. I would say it's a reef. Perhaps the sunken town Veneta. I do have yes, also another painting. I'll show you in a few seconds, and another painting. I don't know if it is on Patreon already. The city Veneta. So there's a saga. Here where I grew up, there's a saga about a golden city called Veneta that was sunken. And yes, so here, this one. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So number 9, that's a landscape, hill I would say. And this one is also a coarse grained media paste. No, it's not coarse grained media paste, but a modeling paste in any case. And I went over with acrylic paints. So this one. And yes, this one here again, tissue paper. And this one here is Veneta, or any other island. Seascape. Here you can also see a horizon line that I didn't have in the former paintings, seascapes. Yes. This is also one of these areas. And then number 10, no, number 11. 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 11. Number 11 is already a bit more complicated as a painting process. It's a bit, or I put more effort in this painting process. So I used modeling paste, as you can see. I also have tissue paper here, and I used acrylic paints, but also acrylic ink and normal ink. So acrylic ink and ink. And this is now the result, number 11, right. Abstract landscape or seascape. So the water and some mountains, mountain range. And it was golden acrylic ink or bronze. I think it was golden. Yes, it's a lot. Very intense. So yeah. I also used the brush, the dry brush technique again to highlight the elevations. This was number 11, and now number 12. The last one in the series, but not. It wasn't the last finished one. So this is also a seascape, easy to see. So here either it's shallow water to deep water, or you can imagine, okay, this is these are rocks and this goes to water. It's up to you. I prefer the first option. I used ink, or first of all modeling paste, a homemade modeling paste, then the colors, acrylic paint, then ink, and after the ink, acrylic ink in white that has settled down in the depths to pop up. So this is number 12. And now to number 4. I mean, the most of these paintings are recycled paintings from this October 2020 challenge. But there's number 1. Number 1 is an oil painting on paper. And this one here is a mixed media painting on canvas. So the size is 30 centimeters to 60 centimeters. The former motif were poppies, I think. So I covered it with acrylic paint, black acrylic paint, or graphite paste. No, it was acrylic paint, I think. So, and then I first went over with acrylic paints. And then I had to wait a long time. I mean, it's number 4, and all the others followed, also with breaks, because last summer I had no time. So I think last year, 2021, I couldn't paint for 7 months. 7 months, I think, yes. But now it's finished, and I struggled a lot. So there is sand clusters really. I could glue them with a varnish spray. There's also modeling paste. I used acrylic paint, I already mentioned. I also used ink. I also used acrylic ink, and also yes, water, of course, to let it flow, but also alcohol. And this alcohol also created some very interesting textures here and there in this painting, where it breaks the former paint, but also lets the paint run in spots. So there is a video, there are also images, close-ups that you can see, and yes, it's a landscape, of course, abstract landscape. At first I thought, okay, I have here the heaven, and then I have the mountain range or hill, but now it's much more. So this is number 4 mixed media painting, and also for sale on Etsy. And all the painting process can be watched on Patreon, either as real time or as time lapses. So these are my new paintings I wanted to show you. I hope you all are healthy and secured. And yes, so this is all for today. More, I have a little video that show you how I wrap an Etsy order. It was a painting for my October challenge 2020. The motive was Iceland. In Iceland, I have been in Iceland several years ago, and yes, right. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. I hope you find this interesting, and yes, when you're interested in supporting me, you can do this via Patreon. Okay, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.